Okay. Uh, Hello, everyone. Today we're going to do 8.6. 8.6 is just like, the same thing that we've been working on, but this time we're going to be solving for uh, an equation. In the past, we did like expression, like for example, this add to this, we simplify, but ultimately we add up to solving for an equation. So regular math, nothing changes except that you need to check your answer. Okay, because sometimes when you cross multiply, y becomes y squared, for example, extra solutions can be created, or when you square root something, uh, like it could create a positive answer even when they should be negative. Just check for restrictions. We've done that before. Let's do these three problems, and then I will give you a word problem to think about. I will do this one, and then the subsequent ones I would like you to try on your own. So how do you do this? Well, combine it, right? If you can combine this and this is a fraction equals to a fraction, you can do cross multiplication. That tends to be a student favorite. So let's try that. So common denominator. Oh, I ran out of uh, my regular marker, so I'm just doing it on paper today. It's a little bit different. I'm sure you'd be okay with it. But if you're not okay with it, too bad. Cross multiply. Right? Minus, so 0, negative 2y plus 2y squared. 0 equals to negative 2. I guess we can factor out y. So it's 1 minus y. Y equals to 1 or 0. You have to plug it back to the original function. Okay, so let's try to plug 1 in. 2 over 1 plus 1 over 2 equals to 5 over 2. This is the 1 that I plugged in. If you do your math, this is okay. So that's an answer. All right, you plug in y equal to 0. Okay, guess what? That's not it. That's your answer. Okay, so let me give you a hint before you pause the video. Well, common denominator, simplify, do your thing. Now, pause your video and see if we can get the answer. Okay, now that you've paused the video, we're going to multiply x squared minus 1 on both sides. I'm going to multiply this one here, and then this one here. Remember, whenever you multiply a number, it has to be both sides. If you don't do it on both sides, then the equation will be wrong, right? Let's say like 5 equals to 2 plus 3. You can't just multiply something over here and nothing over here, right? The trick that we did in the past, it's times 6 over 6. That is still 1. That is okay, because this is 1. But if you want to multiply by 6 on one side, you need to multiply by 6 on both sides. That's how math works. Okay, so let's start simplifying. So obviously we have to distribute. It's this times this. So this cancels it out. So I have x plus 1 times 2. And then over here for this one, I have 3 times x minus 1. Hopefully you guys can see this. If not, I'll write it this one again. So x plus 1, x minus 1. All right, so it's this times this thing. So this distribute in, this and that will cancel. So that's why I have 2 times x plus 1, and vice versa. You figure it out. So this one is 4x squared minus 4. Everyone can do that. Let's simplify, put some stuff together. I have 5x, 2 and a 3. This is a 2. This is minus 3. So it's negative 1 equals to 4x squared minus 4. 0. 4x squared minus 5x. I have minus 3. Let me double check if everything's okay. Plus 3 minus 3. Okay, so let's see. 2, 2, 3, 1. It should be an answer, but I am not seeing this immediately. Let's see. This should be a very simple answer. So 2 and 2, negative 3 and 1, that's negative 6. So that's not right. Did I do anything wrong? 2 minus 3, negative 1, plus the 3 minus 5. Yeah. It should be something simple. For about 4 and 1. Well, 4 doesn't work. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll come back to this. Okay. Why didn't you guys try this one? Try this one. Okay. So let's factor this. So this one will be x minus 5, x minus 3, 7x plus 3, plus 3x over x minus 5. And then this one is just, think about this, factor out the negative, just x minus 3. Now it might look a little bit more familiar to you. So now, on both sides, I'm going to multiply by this, because we can cancel everything out. So let's rewrite this thing into negative at the top. So we're going to multiply x minus 5, x minus 3 on both sides, right? Why don't you pause the video and then try to work it out from there. I gave you enough clues. Okay, so now that you've done it, this distribute into that, you're left with 7x plus 3. And then this one distribute into that, you're plus 3x times x minus 3. And then this one distribute back in here. It will be this and that cancels out, so you're left with negative 1 and then x minus 5, because that and that cancel. So with that said, let's combine 7x plus 3. This is plus 3x squared minus 9x. This one's x plus 5. Yeah, let's further combine. 3x squared minus 2x minus x. This one's plus 3 minus 2. Okay. This one looks like a winner to me. That one's easy to see. 3 and 1. Let's do negative 1 and then 2. 2, negative 3, that's negative 1. So the answer will be 3x plus 2, and then x minus 1 equals to 0, 1, or negative 2 over 3. Yeah, make sure you plug it back in here. Okay, that does not end up being 0, so you plug 1. So 1 here, that's not 0, that's not 0, that's not 0, so that's okay. And you plug this one in. I don't think that one would be 0, because this one would be less than whatever it is. It's not going to be 15. That's not 0, that's not 0. So they both should be okay. Okay. All right. That should be your answer, except this one. I don't understand what I did wrong. Let me check. So if I do this, you can skip forward the video if I take too long. That. So 2x, 5x, 2, minus 3, minus 1, 4 minus 4. Okay, so there's this. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, obviously we can solve this. We can solve this using the quadratic equation x equals to negative b 5 plus minus b squared 25 minus 4 a and then c over 2a, which is 8. This is a positive number, so this should be 2 answers. So maybe that is the answer, right? Okay, all right, so that's it.